In this lecture, we will discuss the analysis of discrete time LTE system by using Z transform. Okay, it's a very important topic, and mainly you can expect many questions from this particular area. And this is also known as transfer function. Okay, we will discuss one point called transfer function. Here you can consider an LTE system, discrete time LTE system means which obey linearity property and the time invariant property. And here you can see that the input signal is x of n and the output signal is y of n, and the impulse response of the system is represented by h of n, that is the impulse response. Okay, and if it is an LTE system, the output y of n can be written as x of n convolution h of n. Okay, by convolution theorem you can write y of n is equal to x of n convolution h of n. But in Z transform we know the convolution property. Okay, this is the convolution property. If there is a convolution operation x1 of n convolution x2 of n, instead of finding the convolution in time domain, this operation becomes multiplication in Z domain. Okay, x1 of Z into x2 of Z. Not there is a convolution in time domain becomes multiplication in Z domain. So based on that, we can do one thing. Assume that the transform of x of n is equal to x of n, and the transform of h of n is represented by h of Z, and the transform of y of n is represented by y of Z. So based on the convolution property, the transform of this particular convolution operation, that is x of n convolution h of n, can be written as x of Z into h of Z. Okay, the convolution operation becomes multiplication. So based on this, I can write h of Z. Okay, h of Z is equal to y of Z divided by x of Z. Okay, and this term y of Z by x of Z. Okay, this term is actually known as the transfer function of the system. Okay, so this is the transfer function. So here it is given transfer function, and is actually the Z transform of the impulse response. So this is the impulse response, and this is the Z transform of the impulse response. And if you want to find out the impulse response, simply we need to take the inverse of h of Z. Okay, if you take the Z transform of h of n, it becomes h of Z, that is known as the transfer function of the system, and the inverse of h of Z is known as h of n. This is all about the analysis of discrete time LTE system. Now we will do some problems related to this. Okay, here you can see that an output of a discrete time LTE system. Okay, it's an LTE system. The output is found to be y of n is equal to 2 into 1 by 3 the whole raised to n into u of n, means the y of n is given. Okay, in the question y of n is given. Okay, y of n is given, and when the input of x of n, so x of n is also given, where x of n is equal to u of n, we need to find out the transfer function, that is we need to find out the h of Z. Okay, in the question x of n is given, y of n is given, we need to find out h of Z. That's a question. Transfer function, we need to find out the transfer function. Transfer function means this is h of Z, so we need to find out h of Z. So now based on the convolution property, we know that the y of n, so output y of n can be written as x of n convolution h of n, and based on the convolution property of Z transform, the transform of this particular thing y of n is y of Z, and the transform of x of n is x of Z, and h of n is h of Z. So we can write y of Z is equal to x of Z into h of Z. From this particular equation I can find out y of Z. So first we need y of z. Okay, here y of n is given, we need y of z. So based on the standard result, a raised to n into u of n, we know the standard result, it becomes z by z minus a, and ROC is modulus of z greater than a. Okay, based on this, if you write this, 2 1 by 3 the whole raised to n into u of n. Okay, this becomes z by z minus 1 by 3, and there is a 2, so we need to multiply by with 2, and the ROC is modulus of z greater than 1 by 3. Okay, and next signal is u of n. So this is actually your y of z. Okay, this is y of z, this quantity is y of z. Now we need x of n, which is u of n. So the transform of u of n is simply from this a is equal to 1, so you can write z by z minus 1, and the modulus of z greater than 1. So this is known as x of z. And from this particular property you can write h of z. Okay, from this h of z you can write y of z by x of z. So y of z is 2z by z minus 1 by 3 the whole divided by z by z minus 1. So if you rearrange this, you will get 2 z minus 1 divided by z minus 1 by 3. Okay, and you can see that here the ROC is the real part, this is the imaginary, and for this transform here you can mark 1 by 3 and is 1 by 3 greater than. Okay, so this is the ROC. So now we got the transfer function, h of z transfer function. Now we will do another question. Is again we need to find out in this question we need to find out the transfer function h of z and impulse response h of n. Means we need to find out h of z and h of n. Okay, and in the question you can read the question. We have a causal discrete time LCA system. Input x and output y are related by the relation. So there is a difference equation is given. Y of n, not y of n is equal to, it's a difference equation, just like differential equation in the case of continuous time, this discrete time, y of n minus 1 by 3 y of n minus 1, which is equal to x of n. So I need to take this is the convolution property. If you know the relation y of n is equal to x of n convolution, instead of that I can write y of z is equal to x of z into h of z. So from this I can find out h of z. Okay, before that I need to write the z transform of this particular equation. Okay, so assume that the transform of y of n is y of z, okay, minus 1 by 3, and here we can see that there is a term y of n minus 1. So based on the time shifting property, if x of n minus n 0, you need to write z raised to minus n 0. So based on that you can write it becomes z raised to minus 1 y of z, which is equal to x of z. Okay, and I can take y of z as a common, so becomes y of z into 1 minus 1 by 3 is equal to x of z. So h of z is equal to y of z by x of z. So based on this, if you rearrange the equation, I can write it becomes 1 by 3 z raised to minus 1. After rearranging you will get z by z minus 1 by 3. And this is about h of z. So we got the transfer function h of z. Now we need to find out the impulse response, that is h of n. So in order to find out h of n, simply we can take the inverse. So inverse of h of z. Inverse of h of z is equal to h of n. So we know that the standard result a raised to n into u of n transform is z by z minus a, and if modulus of z greater than a, okay, if it is a causal signal. So here it is given as a causal signal, okay. And in this example we got h of z is equal to z by z minus 1 by 3. So in place of a it is 1 by 3. So I can write from this equation, it becomes 1 by 3 the whole raised to n into u of n. So this is your impulse response h of n and h of z. Now we will discuss the solution of practice question which is given in lecture 14, and using Z transform find the convolution of 2 seconds. A similar question we attempted in lecture 14. First you watch lecture 14 and try to solve this. So I'll just give you the final solution only. So in question x1 of n is given and x2 of n is given, and we need to find the convolution by using Z transform. So we need to find out x1 of n convolution x2 of n. So by using convolution property. So first we will write x1 of z. So this is x1 of z and here x2 of z. Now by using convolution property, it's a product. So based on that product we can write y of z. So we need the product, and by comparing the coefficient you can write 1 2 3 3 2 1. So this is the answer. Thank you.